dog joke for you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Get too good. And here's my mom, Jacqueline.
Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing? Great. Oh, my stars. I love you, Zara L. Well, when I look out here, I just think, my stars, that's all I can say. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight, a snapshot of the good life was intended with you in mind. We've created that so you knew that permission granted to be the person you needed to be without compromising who you are. And that's what tonight's all about. It's about magnifying your potential and minimizing your problems. So with that, I think, when I think about why I wrote Get to Good, it's all with purpose. It's so much that I want to share with you behind it. And I thought to myself, what do I want to tell everyone that they walked away with just one thing tonight? So I said, I have so many things that I want to share with you, so I just, buy the book, right? Just playful, but truly, not really. I've got a child to pay for. Really, what I think about though is, what is one thing that if you walked out tonight and you left tonight at an elevated level than when you walked in? That's my intent, that you know that you are born worthy and that we add stress and worry all on our own, and it's such nonsense, and that you were born and you can claim that worthiness tonight, and that you are the creator of your world, and you can create your world any way you want it, so long as it serves you and others, and you do not need to lose yourself along the way. And so really that's the thought, that if you can leave here tonight on an elevated thought, reminding you of who you are, then this night has been well served. So I want to really acknowledge, definitely, my beautiful princess. Zara definitely calls me to be more. She's already written her first book at age 4. So, Mr. Huxon. So it definitely calls me to be more in the Cornaby household. And I want to acknowledge my hero, my husband, back there, Shane, for supporting me. Shane said something to me fabulous 17 years ago when we first started dating. He said, Jacqueline, what you practice in private, you will be rewarded for in public. What you practice in private, you will be rewarded for in public. And so definitely it's a tall order at the Cornaby household. Not always easy, but we're certainly committed to practicing that. I want to acknowledge my best friends who flew in for this event tonight for me and celebrate. And I mostly want to acknowledge you for being here, those who I adore, who I love, and it's a priceless gift, and I appreciate you being here tonight. Get to Good was written absolutely with purpose. It has only 111 pages, and you all know me, I'm all about high vibration. There's something to do with 11, trust me on that, right? But the idea behind that is that you take it, you read it, you go apply it and live it out in your lifestyle. It's profound knowledge that if you take it immediately, you can have it to transform your life right away. And in a few weeks, come back and see it from a fresh new perspective. That's the idea. Get to Good is all about just getting to your potential. It's nothing more. It's getting to the best of you. And you know when you're at your best because you feel good, right? It's all about get off it, get out of the way, and just simply get to good. Now, the reason why most of us choose not to get to good is because of sophisticated excuses. No longer are they just normal excuses, right? It's not like, well, it's raining outside, I can't. We're become so much more sophisticated in our excuses about why we can't have what we want. At least not yet, right? It's called the story of our lives. And I'm here to not relate on those small stories, that circumstantial mind. I'm here to remind you of all that you are. And that the sophisticated excuses are the very thing where we start to relate on those as me too, oh yeah, me too, oh my husband this, or oh yes that, and that doesn't serve you. Let me give you a peek into what a sophisticated excuse sounds like, just in case you're wondering if you've been saying any of those lately. I think I know you. Here's a glimpse into the look of sophisticated excuses. Too busy right now to think, do not have the bandwidth, not enough money, time, or energy, as soon as, until he, then I, if only, one day, well, so long as, Sophisticated excuses all originate from lack mentality combined with internal and external contingencies. My spouse, my children, my childhood, the government, my boss, my career, the economy, my body, my schedule, my bank account, my education, all limiting beliefs that keep you telling a sophisticated excuse again and again of why you cannot. Well, at least not yet. When you use your partner, child, employee, truly anyone or anything as your reason for not being aligned with get to good, it is a sophisticated excuse. If you use your partner as a reason for not feeling loved and adored, your boss for not feeling fulfilled and prosperous with your career, your child for not feeling like a good parent, or the world for not living your purpose, well then you are giving attention to all that is powerless and false in your world, rather than the empowered you. What if everyone you knew was off the hook of your empowerment? Well, Jacqueline, that's my reality. You don't know what's going on in my world. I'm going through quite the divorce right now, and so I have this going on. Or, but divorce, forget it, I'm barely hanging on in my marriage. We don't even get along. Or I'm not even married, but I have all this debt. It's my reality. I have these bills to pay. Or maybe yours isn't near that dramatic, and it's just simply this. I'm just trying to get through the day, Jacqueline. That's it. That's my reality, right? I'm just doing and doing and doing. But I would encourage you to look at a new reality. Here's my definition of what reality is. Reality is that which you give attention to, or that which occupies your mind. Think about that. What is my reality? It's that which you give your attention to, or that which occupies your mind. If you don't like your current circumstance, it may be time to give more consideration to your desires than your current reality, right? So that's the place that I would love for you all to be. I want to share with you another excerpt. If everything you want is for the reason that you will feel better in having it, then why not access feeling good now? The law of attraction says like attracts like. If what you want feels good, then would it not make sense to be the one feeling good so as to attract good? I feel good, therefore I attract good. And the more I continue to attract, the better I feel, allowing more good to flow into my experience. I am the creator of my good life. As I influence my thought, I influence my life. I love that. As I influence my thought, I influence my life. I get whatever I think about, whether I want it or not. What do I want? If you take anything from tonight, the mantra, get to good, mantra just means mind protector. It's an original thought. It's a one-time thought that you continue to say again and again. We all have mantras and beliefs that we believe. How many of those serve us? Tonight, I'd like you to focus upon a belief or a mantra that truly serves you in getting the desires and the good life that you want. That's what Get to Good is all about, where you give that your attention. And I would encourage you to just notice. Here's a question. This is a question I ask all day long, and I would like for you to pass it on and see if it works for you. Do I feel good? That's all you ask. Do I feel good? Now, here's the trick. It's a yes or no answer only. If you ask the question, do I feel good? Well, if only, okay. Sophisticated excuse in disguise, right? So we want to say, yes, I feel good. Then celebrate it. Get to know it. Get to know feeling good. If you say no, celebrate that too, because maybe before tonight, you just took it as status quo. Like, that's just the way it goes. But you can notice, and then you can do something about it. So one of my success formulas that I feel like with Get to Good is that you notice, you take a breath, a deep breath, sip a little bit of water, and you simply just say, get to good. It's just a mantra. Again, just with me. Just if you were to just take a breath, if you have a sip of water or a sip of something, right? And then just in your mind, you can just simply say, get to good. It's just a way to shift your mind. Now here's the truth. Get there any way you can. I don't care if you do that formula or not. Get there any way you can and as often as you can. Why? Here's the reason. You're probably going, well, what is this all about? What? It's where all your desires happen. Everything that you want comes from you feeling good. It comes from what I call alignment, where you are at your best. And when you can be tapped into your best, you know those moments. We've all had this in this room, where you're like, wow, everything I touch turns to gold. I can't do anything wrong. That's called alignment. Guess what? It's not an anomaly. You caused it. You created it. And you can continue it. It can be your resting place. It's your natural state. This thing called stress, this thing called worry, you added those on your own. I call them nonsense. This is what I think about stress. It's a buzzword for fear, right? And worry is the misuse of your mind and talent. Why would you do that? Instead, you can simply just say the mantra, get to good. Now, I need to let you in on something. There are going to be times where you're not going to want to. You're going to have a few explicits for me. I'm sure if you have my phone number, you're going to want to share with those with me. Like, I am not feeling up to getting to good. I don't want to get to good. I'm justified in my stance. I'm going to stay here. Go there anyway. I can tell you that my halo slips daily. She'll let you know. Every day, I don't want to get to good at times, but I simply just straighten it up and say, you know what? Now's the time. Get to good. Again, why? It's where everything you want happens. It's where the place is that you get to live. I want to share with you one last thing. Your life is right now. It is not someday when you get that promotion, new car, married, or lose 10 pounds. Many of you are looking for yourself and the good life in all the wrong places. You are one more shopping spree, antidepressant, big money deal, elective surgery, and love affair away from truly finding yourself and enjoying the good life. Where is the joie de vivre? You think it is over there. They have it. Over the next horizon, like chasing a shadow. And you convince yourself why today is not the day to feel good, but soon, after I make it happen, one day, perhaps. Pushing the pause button on life for the elusive dream, regret the past, worry about the future, and distracted with the now. Oh my stars. One can see how this would leave you frustrated, powerless, and disillusioned. Breathe in with me. Breathe out. What if you absolutely knew that everything was going to be all right? Then instantly, everything would be all right in your world. And you could start to live from that space. And you could breathe and start to create from this empowered person that you were born to be and go out and live the life that was defined by you without compromising. That's the place. Permission granted. So I encourage all of you to just enjoy this, play with this. Let it be a reminder of a snapshot of the good life tonight. And let it carry on with you. This is your natural state. And the more you get to know it, the better and the easier it gets. And it's a lot of fun because that's where the good life is. It's the only place it is. Remember, everything else is just that sophisticated excuse. I truly want to thank, I could not have done a snapshot of the good life without my sponsors. Amazing. First of all, to A Cool Studio. This place, you can't help but to say A Cool Studio, right? Just amazing with Lori. You all are going to love your photos if you haven't done the photo booth, but make sure you get your photo. Also in your swag bag, you're going to have some fun things for you to come back for Valentine's Day, spring, Easter. It is an amazing place. You can see the work they've done. They've made me look very good, so I appreciate that. I also want to thank, of course, Lombardi Family Concepts for coming, and the goddess herself, Vivian, was on her way, but Mr. Lombardi got sick this evening, so we're sad for that. But we appreciate them so much for the bites, and of course, Tarte for the amazing sweets that we have. We have Alluri sunglasses and eyes. Where are my girls from Alluri? They are around here, I believe, somewhere. We have Trish here. That too will be in your swag bag. You can't have too many fashionable eyes coming with you. I have Mutterland Parfums, Miss Sandy, the CEO. I know she's around here. She has all of her aromatherapy is complemented with an intention. So she has both candles, and you'll be receiving her perfume in your swag bag. So very, very beautiful. Allow me to sneak a peek, would you mind? I have Centennial, thank you for the spirits, we appreciate you. Talos, because everyone's body deserves to be impeccable. Pinkberry, because everyone deserves to feel good and taste good. And so those are a huge thank you to my amazing, and of course NARS. How could I forget my beautiful men back there, NARS, who are doing your makeup. Make sure you get that done. Get to Good is all about you reminding you of you. Allow me the privilege, if you would, if you'd like to, I'd love to sign your book tonight. I'd love to connect with you and remind you exactly of who you are tonight. Permission granted, why? It becomes you. Enjoy your evening. Get to Good.